makambo ya nini nalobaka na bato oyo soki bayoki nga malamu pesa ngai sagesse ya Salomo mingi nasala mpo na yo Nzambe tala bato bazomona te yaya pourquoi ignorance na bato ya Nzambe oza Nzambe mpona bomoi nanga makambo ya nini nalobaka na bato oyo soki bayoki nga malamu pesa ngai sagesse ya Salomo mingi nasala mpo na yo Nzambe tala bato bazomona te yaya pourquoi ignorance na bato ya Nzambe moto mosusu nani aza soki Yesu te moto mosusu nani akotika kolongisa ngai moto mosusu nani akotika ngai te ya lelo monde ntango nyonso eza na pasi awana se oza na moto moko alongola pasi Nzambe yeye moto mosusu nani aza soki Yesu te moto mosusu nani akoki kolongisa ngai moto mosusu nani akotika ngai te ya lelo monde ntango nyonso eza na pasi awana se oza na moto moko alongola pasi Nzambe yeye Komwana Yesu oh nego natikala na Yesu najire kobosa na ngai te okotika ngai te longola pasi na ngai bato batinga miso promese na yo ekoki jamais kobosa na ngai te okotika ngai te longola pasi na ngai bato batinga miso promese na yo ekoki jamais moto mosusu nani aza soki Yesu te moto mosusu nani akoki kolongisa ngai moto mosusu nani akotika ngai te ya lelo monde ntango nyonso eza na pasi awana se oza na moto moko alongola pasi Nzambe mikononi mwake. Umejenga kwa misingi ipi kati ya Mungu na Shetani? Je, ukifa leo wewe utakuwa wa nani? Dunia na vyote vilivyomo ni mali zake Bwana. Pumzi na uzima umo mikononi mwake. Umejenga kwa misingi ipi kati ya Mungu na Shetani? Je, ukifa leo wewe utakuwa wa nani? Bado watangatanga na anasa za dunia, dunia itapita. Ulevi, wizi, ugovi, ujambazi, uchawi utakumaliza. Bado watangatanga na anasa za dunia, dunia itapita. Ulevi, wizi, ugovi, ujambazi, uchawi utakumaliza. Tazama, Mungu wetu ni Bwana wa wote wenye mwili. Je, kuna neno lolote asiloliweza? Tazama, Mungu wetu ni Bwana wa wote wenye mwili. Je, kuna neno lolote asiloliweza? Ya dunia si yetu, bado tumo safarini, twaelekea mbinguni. Ya dunia, ya dunia si yetu, bado tumo safarini, twaelekea mbinguni. He doesn't. You are holy, holy, you are holy. You are holy, holy, you are holy. Lamb of God, seated at the right hand of the Father, you What shall I render? if I don't in my life? What would I be if you take the Holy Ghost? What would I become of me if I did see your light? What would I be said of me if you did hold my hand? Now I've come to realize that you are all I have. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. Oh, well, 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 you are all that matters. Oh,
Welcome, welcome. Testing, 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 testing.
Yeah. Okay. Don't give her your own.
Testing, 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 testing. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our event tonight. One last thing, be sure to find your way to your seats after you buy those raffle tickets. I want to introduce our band. The band is called the MSK Band, and they have a special song that they're going to share with us before we get tonight started. So with that, give a warm round of applause for MSK Band.
Sing a wimbo sasa.
yeah. Yeah.
Si kitu mo na una mo pika besi. So pika Lisa.
Africa nzima dunia nzima janga la corona lasumbua Afrika nzima dunia nzima janga la corona lasumbua wazungu wa Afrika wote kwenye hali moja ni janga kubwa la sumu wa dunia ya leo twende wapi twende wapi twende wapi twende wapi tupate msaada kwa dunia ya leo. Twende wapi? Twende wapi? Twende wapi? Twende wapi? Twende wapi? Tupate msaada. Afrika tumombe Mungu, Afrika tumombe Mungu, dunia nzima tumombe Mungu, vijana wetu wazee waokolewe, wamgeukie Mungu, wapone. Afrika tumombe Mungu, Afrika tumombe Mungu, dunia nzima tumombe Mungu, vijana wetu wazee waokolewe, wamgeukie Mungu, wapone. Achana na mambo ya dunia, siku ya hukumu yakaribia. Achana na mambo ya kulala ovyo mitaani, ewe baba wewe mama, siku ya hukumu yakaribia. Achana na mambo ya kulewa ovyo mitaani, ngoma hiyo, siku ya hukumu yakaribia. Afrika tumombe Mungu, dunia nzima tumombe Mungu, vijana wetu wazee waokolewe, wamgeukie Mungu, waponywe. Afrika tumombe Mungu, Afrika tumombe Mungu, dunia nzima tumombe Mungu, vijana wetu wazee waokolewe, wamgeukie Mungu, waponywe. Niangazapo macho yangu pande zote za dunia, sioni yule anayefanana kuwa ndiye msaada, pia sioni kile kinachofanana kuwa ndiye kinga yake. Msaada wetu, dawa ya korona ni Yesu. Msaada wetu, dawa ya korona ni Yesu pekee. Amini wokoke upate raha. Niangazapo macho yangu pande zote za dunia, sioni yule anayefanana kuwa ndiye msaada, pia sioni kile kinachofanana kuwa ndiye kinga yake. Msaada wetu, dawa ya korona ni Yesu. Msaada wetu, dawa ya korona ni Yesu pekee. Amini wokoke upate raha. Afrika tumombe Mungu, Afrika tumombe Mungu, dunia nzima tumombe Mungu, vijana wetu wazee waokolewe, wamgeukie Mungu, waponywe. Afrika tumombe Mungu, Afrika tumombe Mungu, dunia nzima tumombe Mungu, vijana wetu wazee waokolewe, wamgeukie Mungu, waponywe. Achana na mambo ya dunia, siku ya hukumu yakaribia. Achana na mambo ya kulala ovyo mitaani, ewe baba wewe mama, siku ya hukumu yakaribia. Achana na mambo ya kulala ovyo mitaani, ngoma hiyo, siku ya hukumu yakaribia. Afrika tumombe Mungu, Afrika tumombe Mungu, dunia nzima tumombe Mungu, vijana wetu wazee waokolewe, wamgeukie Mungu, waponywe. Afrika tumombe Mungu, Afrika tumombe Mungu, dunia nzima tumombe Mungu, vijana wetu wazee waokolewe, umgeukie Mungu, waponye.
All right, a round of applause for the band. Welcome, everyone. Please take a seat at your tables. We have an exciting event for you tonight. My name is Matt Smith, and I'll be your MC tonight. For some of you who remember, raise your hand if you remember cable television. Does anyone here remember cable television? Okay. Does anyone remember MTV? Raise your hand. Okay. Bishop did not raise his hand. That's my kind of Bishop right there. I love it. Anyone remember The Real World on MTV? Okay, there you go. Wikipedia Matt Smith on The Real World. You'll see my face. But that's not what we're here to talk about tonight. I actually would like to encourage you all to buy some raffle tickets to get your drinks. The bar does close, I believe, at 6:15. But right now, we're going to kickstart our meal. Now, you have something very special in front of you right now. You have a cup, and it's got a white package on top. This is called Posho, and it is a meal that is a beautiful and special meal if you're lucky enough to have one a day, maybe even more. A lot of the people we're supporting today are lucky to have this every day. This was actually prepared by Father Edward. Father Edward, raise your hand. There we go. Give it up for Father Edward. Round of applause. Now, as a parishioner at St. Andrew's, I can tell you that Father Edward's homilies are pretty average. But his cooking, I'm promised, is better. So I'm looking at you, buddy. Let's hope this is true. So I would like to invite everyone to enjoy some Posho right now for the next few minutes as we get settled in. Thanks again. We'll get started in just a few moments. So as you enjoy your Posho and beans, I want you to take a look at the screens. These are our live auction items tonight. So take a look at the screen, some really exciting stuff tonight. All right, let's begin. I would like to invite up Father Robert, who began at St. Thomas Aquinas on the west side and then became the pastor at St. James. Currently, Father Robert is the pastor of my parish, St. Andrews in Chandler, Arizona. He is a much better cook than Father Robert. Just kidding. I love them both. So, of course, I'm going to pick on you both. But Father Robert, in so many ways, we're here because of you, because of your big heart and all the people that you want to support. So give a warm round of applause to Father Robert Aliunzi. Now, as Father Robert makes his way up, I would like you to take a look at the faces of the young people who are on the photos in front of you. In the center of your table, you'll see faces of young people. Each of these people need a sponsor. So, of course, you will be inspired tonight when you see the good work that we are doing in Africa. So if you do want to sponsor any of these young people in front of you, at the end of the night, take the photo with you, and in the courtyard, there will be people to meet you and to talk to you about sponsorship. So with that, Father Robert.
Well, good evening, everybody. I don't think that's a good response. Good evening. That rocks like an African response. Thank you very much. I would like all to take this opportunity also to welcome you and thank you for taking your very precious time this evening to come to join our efforts to raise funds to help the most needy children and orphans in Uganda so that they may receive an education. For those of you who are new to E3 Africa, I am Father Robert S. Matt Smith, our wonderful and awesome MC, has mentioned earlier. I'm also the co-founder of E3 Africa and founder of EENU in Uganda. These two organizations have a very special place in my heart because I was just like most of these students. We are raising funds for today through E3 Africa. Most of you know that I was orphaned by the age 6 when both my parents died. And with no means to support my family of 10 siblings, my young life was filled with hunger, with loneliness, abuses, near-death experiences, and little hope. Therefore, I know firsthand what being needy and deprived of in every sense of that word means. However, because of the generosity of several people like yourselves here tonight, my life was changed as I was helped to get an education to achieve the dream of my life, the priesthood. I therefore know that education is the most precious gift an orphan and a needy child can get to turn their lives around. As a priest, therefore, I increasingly found myself drawn towards the education of poor children and orphans due to my own personal struggles as an orphan. I initially did this in Uganda with a limited number of children using the equally limited resources available to me at the time. However, it was when Bishop Olmsted, so present here tonight, when he posted me as pastor of St. James Parish in 2005, that I met a lovely grandmother, who fondly we refer to as Rosalie Weller, also by the many children whose lives she and I changed, that E3 Africa was initiated and became the respected reality it is today. Without going into details, you can read her story and mine in the booklets that are on your table. And also at this point, I would like to introduce Harry Weller, the husband of Rosalie, and Rosalie passed away last month. This man was the one who asked the rhetorical question first, when, and without going to the stories, he asked when Rosalie wanted to help some family somewhere in Europe or Central America, he asked, what about Africa? And that's what drew the attention of Rosalie to Africa, and the rest is history. EENU is an acronym for Efforts to Educate the Needy Children of Uganda, while E3 Africa stands for Educate, Enrich, and Empower Africa. Later, we changed the name for Visibility Regions to E3 Africa, but our partners in Uganda have retained the name EENU, and it is now a duly registered and recognized organization in Uganda as a non-governmental organization. It is my hope and my dream that with your help and the help of some amazing people who have already helped us greatly over the years, we can continue sponsoring children's education as well as complete the construction of our high school, St. Thomas Aquinas College in northern Uganda. There is no way that I can thank all of you, and those both here present and those who may not be here, who have already helped E3 Africa. But I know that God will reward all of you most abundantly. Tonight, we are very fortunate and blessed to have a very special guest among us here, none other than the Most Reverend Bishop Thomas J. Olmsted, whose invaluable support and advice has been very crucial to E3 Africa, not only over the years, but especially during its fledgling years of foundation. The Most Reverend Thomas J. Olmsted is the Bishop of the Diocese of Phoenix. Prior to his arrival in Phoenix, he served as the Bishop of Wichita. Before then, he served as the rector and president of the Pontifical College Josephinum, a Catholic seminary in Columbus, Ohio. For 16 years, Bishop Olmsted lived in Rome, in Italy, where he obtained a doctorate in canon law and worked more than 9 years in the Secretariat of State of the Holy See, serving as the secretary to St. John Paul II. And in that capacity, he oversaw the Vatican's business, I think, as I understand it, in Africa. Raised on a farm, Bishop Olmsted attended a single-room grade school near Oketo, I don't know whether I pronounce it right, Bishop Oketo, Kansas, and a small rural high school in Summerfield, Kansas. His first contact with Catholic schools came when he entered St. Thomas Seminary College in Denver, Colorado, from which he graduated in 1969 with a bachelor's degree in philosophy. No wonder that the bishop totally understood and connected with the struggles of our poor children in Uganda and what they go through to acquire an education in a humble environment. And so now, without further ado, I would like you to join me inviting the bishop to come and say a few words to you and to bless our dinner thereafter. Bishop.
Good evening, everyone. Delighted to be with you. Thank you very much, Father Robert. I'm so happy that I get to sit next to Father Tom Zurcher tonight. He was the vicar for priests when I arrived here in 2003. And he was the one to come into my office and tell me during the following year, there are 2 priests who arrived from Africa who want to serve in our diocese. And I said, oh, yes? He said, yes. He says, I think Bishop O'Brien, who was my predecessor, had invited them to come over a year before, and we didn't hear anything. And then they showed up. I'm so glad they showed up. That was Father Robert and Father John Sagawa, 2 great priests who have served us so well here in the Diocese of Phoenix. So thank you, Father Searcher, for being part of that. I'm so glad you're with us tonight as well. Thank you for being here tonight and for your interest in E3 Africa and its vital mission in Uganda. When I was rector president of the Pontifical College Josephinum in Ohio, which was primarily a seminary, I traveled to Uganda as part of my duties to be there for the ordination of one of the students who had studied Father Irenaeus Lukwago. And so while I was there, I got to visit Kampala, meet the Archbishop of Kampala, and especially moving was to go to the site of the martyrs, the Uganda martyrs, who inspire us in every single country. What a great witness to the gospel that they are. And the witnesses primarily of purity and chastity in a very difficult time in the country there. These were mostly teenagers and people in their young and very early ages. My interest in E3 Africa then is very personal, but it's also long-standing. It began 15 years ago in terms of E3 Africa when Father Robert shared his dream about helping these young people in his home country. After granting him permission to pursue this endeavor, I encouraged him to seek to establish a 501c3 designation for E3 Africa as a nonprofit. I'm glad that now E3 Africa is not only designated as a 501c3, but it's listed also on the official Catholic directory of approved Catholic charitable organizations in the United States. So that's a very important sign of the maturity and recognition of the good work that's done there in our country. And then it's also recognized now in the country of Uganda. But my connection is also very personal. I saw firsthand the way that E3 Africa changes the lives of young people when I had lunch with two of the former students who visited here several years ago. During that visit, John Francis and Harriet came to the Dyson Pastoral Center where I am, and we had a nice visit, and then we had a meal together. They struck me as both bright and successful college students, despite the almost unbelievable challenges of their early years. I learned that Harriet was kidnapped as a very young girl by rebels who destroyed her village and kidnapped other young people. She witnessed firsthand atrocities, brutality, that are too shocking for me to mention tonight. By the grace of God, she was able to escape and return to her family, and now she's a graduate, fully employed, confident enough to travel halfway around the world and have lunch with the bishop in Arizona. What has moved me even more was the story of another young person whose life was changed through the support of E3 Africa. This young man's name is Opie, O-P-I. It's the first Opie I ever met. But I only met him through his artwork. He's an accomplished artist who also just completed his college degree. I'm grateful to be a beneficiary of his artistic talents as he gifted me with the image of myself that he reproduced. Maybe we can see that on the screens. Is that possible? Oh, there we are. So you can see the picture, and you can see Opie. So this young man has no arms. He was born with no arms, but he's an artist. So he does his drawings and everything with his feet. Incredible achievement. when I saw it, I could hardly keep from weeping. I just thought it was so incredibly beautiful. And then when I saw the smile on his face, I was struck by the fact of what this education makes possible for someone that many people thought would have hardly any future. And he has not only a bright future, but he's already bringing joy to people far beyond his home country. Harriet, Opie, and many more have been given a bright future. And your prayers and generosity have changed the lives of these beautiful children of God. And there are many more who can use our support. Therefore, if you are not yet involved, I invite you to get involved. If you are already involved, please continue to be generous. We who have the great privilege of being disciples and friends of Jesus Christ believe that he calls us to be the light that shines in the darkness. Thank you for answering that call, and may God bless you. And now let us ask God to bless our food. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the great gift of faith, hope, and charity, which you alone can give, but we can receive, and then you can make it fruitful in our hearts, in our minds, in our hands, and in our lives. We thank you also for E3 Africa, and for all those who are benefiting from this, and all those who are supporting it with their prayers and with their sacrificial gifts. Bless this evening that lies before us. Bless the food we're about to share. Bless us through Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Thank you. Well, we're going to be getting our salads soon, so as soon as those slide in front of you, enjoy. I'm going to invite up Joe Weller. Joe is the chairman of the board for E3 Africa, the son of, well, you're going to hear the story. Joe has a big heart, he's got a big voice, and I know you're going to enjoy hearing what he has to say. So give it up for Joe Weller.
Thank you, Matt. As Matt mentioned, my name is the mic working? Huh? Yeah, good. Okay. I am Joe Weller, and chairman of the E3 board and son of Rosalie, who with Father Robert founded E3 Africa. Before I begin, I'd like to recognize a lot of special guests and people who have really the team that helped organize this event. First of all, our E3, that would be our E3 staff, our volunteers, and many other people who have contributed. First, Colleen, Michael, Dana, Mickey, Sherry, Beth Ann, and our servers, and all the other volunteers. Can we give them all a big round? Second is the person that you can't say, or maybe it's Father Dan, who's in the back of the room, and his AV crew. They're the people who really made this wonderful event possible, and so we can present our story to you. Also, I'd also like to recognize members of the current E3 Africa board and any past board members. Can you guys raise your hands out there? Let's see, one. There's a credible amount of time that goes into both putting in this event. We meet about 4 times a year. We scrutinize the finances, and we try and raise money for this organization. So these folks put in a lot of work. Also, I want to recognize especially our sponsors, both in the past and of current students, and the other many generous donors to E3. Can all the sponsors of children raise your hand? Thank you so much. Also want to recognize the Knights of Columbus, who over the years have donated to E3, cooked at our chili cook-offs, and St. James, and supported our organization in other parishes. Also, I want to recognize our ENU partners in Uganda. You see the team over here that really raises the money. In Uganda, there's a small team. There's a small team, Joseph, Winnie, and some of the staff over there are the people who travel over an area larger than the size of Arizona. They're visiting kids, checking on kids that are sponsored in 60 different schools and running the program over there. And it's not just following and mentoring and sponsoring the kids, but it's also running projects at the school that Father Robert mentioned, STACE, as well as some of the other projects that are funded through the organization that involve building up the school and the facilities. So the other group, a couple other groups. Project Cure has helped us. Source, who's helped us with some of the water projects over there, One Tribe, and we've got many other partner charities that we work with. Now, I also want to jump and make a special thanks to our angel patrons. This would include George and Susan Menking, Marianne Alexander, who's here at one of our tables. Marianne, where are you? Over here. Diane Rostosi, Rosalie and Harry, Pipeline Worldwide, and all the folks that have contributed to the construction of the dorms, the classrooms, the chapel, this beautiful altar, our multi-purpose hall, teachers' quarters, classrooms, and now our newest projects, which I'll spend a little bit of time on, one of which is a farm near Stace on some land that was donated recently and some mechanical equipment for the farm, and the other is a project that we'll do next year for a clinic that we received some confirmation of support for. And so I'd like to have a big round of thank you for our angel sponsors who've really helped with some of the facilities on the ground that are mentioned. Also, I think we need to also recognize Bishop Olmsted in Navarres, who was here last year, and Father Kieran, now deceased, who've been guides and supporters of E3 Africa, and the addition of our name to the official Catholic directory, which is one of the requirements for some different charities, to donate to. So I'd like to give those guys a big hand too. And also, we need to recognize the parishioners of St. James, which is the founding parish of E3, St. Thomas Aquinas, and St. Andrew the Apostle, and the many parishes that are opened their doors to E3 Africa. And finally, I'd like to recognize our talented musicians. Where are they at? Are they here? For the music that they provided us, and also all of our servers who are now donating their time to help at this event. No organization succeeds without the help of many hands. Thank you so much for your support. Our goal tonight is to have some fun, tell you about E3 Africa, and to help raise funds to help E3 Africa's mission and the projects that we're going to do for the next year. And this has been very difficult with the advent of COVID. So we appreciate you guys being here tonight. As part of our mission, we're going to raise the vulnerable kids of Africa out of poverty and give hope to the next generation. At this point, I've been asked to give a short remembrance of Rosalie Weller, who with Father Robert founded E3 Africa and spent the last 16 years growing our organization. For those new friends of E3 who have never had a chance to meet Mama Rosalie as she's known in Africa, I've been asked to give a short introduction and some background that really explains her connection to E3 Africa. Rosalie was born in Missouri in the Depression and grew up on a farm. She attended a one-room schoolhouse like Bishop Olmsted. She lost her mom to pneumonia when she was 3 years old. So she understood what it was like to lose a parent, like some of our students in Africa, and grew up in grandparents. Her initial schooling was completed in a Catholic school, Sacred Heart, in Sedalia, Missouri. She left home when she was 16 to work at high school. She married Harry, and after a tour in Korea, he went to school to learn to repair computers. After traveling around the country at many locations, we grew up in Phoenix, north of Bell Road. If you fast forward to about 1975, Mom's 40 years old, and that's when she started college. And it was really because of her interest in education, and here you can see the connection to this charity, that she went on to graduate with a special education degree, a master's in special education, a master's in counseling. Later, she worked in marriage and family preparation at St. James and St. Thomas More parishes. Now, as it was mentioned by Father Robert, because of a special family circumstances, at age 70, she was looking for a way to give back, and that's when she met Father Robert. And the rest of the story is found in the handbooks at the table. Though she was never able to visit Africa because of her health, she lived in Africa for over 16 years through the eyes of Father Robert, through Joseph, Student Stories, ENU, and E3 challenges and projects, and the letters that she wrote to the students, which is probably how they best remember her. These elements are captured in the pictures in a song that was written by the students when she passed away recently. Go ahead and play the. I think we're having a little mechanical glitch on the sound of the. See. Okay. Somehow the song didn't connect, so let's move on ahead. I'd also like to recognize and introduce three important people for the evening. Matt, Michael, and Dana. Matt is back by popular demand. He volunteered to act as the MC of the evening, and he's certainly entertaining and very good at painlessly transferring goodwill from our bank accounts into the needs of the organization for some very deserving students in Africa. I'd also like to introduce E3 staff that are the day-to-day people in the organization. Where's Dana? Dana? Somewhere working. Dana Romani. And also Michael Scaramella. Michael, where are you? Come up here and say a few words to the group.
Hey everyone, so obviously I may be a new face to a couple of you, but to a couple others, especially down there, table A, I see I'm a familiar face. My name is Michael Scaramella. I'll be taking over as the new executive director for E3 Africa, and with that comes a lot of responsibility. At my age of 23 years old, it's not very easy to comprehend that there's over 250 kids in Africa kind of relying on my decisions, so it's a little bit of a cross to carry for the day-to-day actions, but I feel more than confident to do so, and I feel God's given me this opportunity to not only prove for myself what I can do, but what I can be able to give to other people that are so much more in need. So obviously with me taking this, I'm extremely proud to be here, and of course, please have an opportunity at some point to, of course, formally introduce yourself to me. I'd love to get to know some of these new faces that I'm seeing here, and apart from that, have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk about what E3 has been doing for the last year or so and why we would like you to support us in our working forward. Let's advance to slide one. There we go. Okay. Switching gears, short introduction. When E3 was founded over 16 years ago by Father Robert and Rosalie, with the counsel of Father Kieran and Bishop Olmsted and our 4 boards, there were three elements of the founder's vision that really stand out to me. First is that we're reaching out one-to-one in sponsorship to transform people's lives. That's what the sponsorship program is all about. And the second aspect is we're really giving the gift of education, which provides hope, especially where there often is none, both for this and the generations to come. We do this through our founder's spirit, which was really a gift of gratitude, which was one of the reasons that the whole MOM came together with Father Robert, was this idea of gratitude for what we've been giving. E3 does this, and really the mission of E3 is to educate and enrich and empower. And so I'm going to touch on those elements briefly and describe them. In terms of education, what we do is we find and qualify. These are students that have lost parents, maybe one, or maybe they have 2 parents, but they're very poor. And they have recommendations from their villages and other people that these are kids that have some ability and they're motivated. And so we really, they have to have a ability, and then we find these kids. And this next slide really talks a little bit about where those kids are at. This is a map of Uganda, and you can see all the dots. We're not in every district, but in a number of districts, you see 2 different colors. Some of those are the students that have been through the program, and some of those are where students are being sponsored. A couple things of note is that in the bottom of Uganda is Kampala. Way up at the top, near the top upper left, is where the school is in Moyo. And so there's enormous spread of distance, and that's where the school is at that I'll talk a little bit about, stays. Now, right now we've got 138 alum, and if you count the kids that are being sponsored and the kids that are in the school, we're impacting the lives of about 500 kids. Now, if we go forward a few years when the school is full and we can rotate kids into the school, now some of the kids will have gone on to trade school and some will be in university, so there's really more kids in the program than just that. We'll be up to, I think, about 800 kids. When the school is fully staffed at 800 and the rest of the kids have moved on to trade school and education, we'll be able to impact the lives of about 1,000 kids each year by the program. Now, the other thing that's been challenging in particular is COVID in Africa. You know, we know the situation here, but over there, there's not much in the way of vaccination. But sometimes the roads have been shut down because of quarantine, but still, our staff has managed to move forward and do projects at the school. This is a picture of St. Thomas from the hill. On the left is a dorm that was recently created, and in the center is a multi-purpose hall. It's really a beautiful school that sits on a hillside that when I looked on the map, and Joseph didn't know over there was the old White Rhino Preserve. It's really a very nice place, but it's very remote from a lot of the rest of Uganda. You have to cross the Nile to get there. The second element that address in the Ed E3 triangle is enrich. And one of the things that when you become a student with E3 Africa, not only do you join the program, but our executive director in Uganda, Joseph, mentors, sometimes follows up on kids' problems at school, and oftentimes you'll find kids that don't have the money to go home staying at his house and break, and he's feeding them as well at his house. The third component is empower, and the person at the left is Richard Opie, and you can see a picture of a rooster, which is the symbol of the Mati tribe. But the other aspect of empower is when you see the pictures of the students, like at the table, and then you see them finally graduate, we have empowered them to change their lives. And really, when you grow up, often without much food, living day to day, sharing a hut with a dirt floor, and a single light at night, your only vision is the village and the field that you and your brothers, are working on to grow enough food for your family. Maybe you've never slept in a bed. E3 empowers the few kids that we can reach to imagine a better life with a profession and a trade, and a much better life for their children. Our vision for 2022, because of the situation with COVID, the school was closed, then it was opened, then some grades have been opened, and then it's closed again, but some grades are open that take tests. And where we are now is we've been given some guidance from the Ministry of Education that in January we'll be able to open STACE up fully. Now when that happens, we'll be at about 380 to 400 kids, and this is junior high and freshman year. Now, as we move forward in time, we're going to need additional classrooms, and next year we're also going to start work on the farm. I just saw some videos, and hopefully the videos work when we get to them, that basically show there was a donation from an anonymous donor who doesn't wish to really be recognized, but of some farm equipment that is just starting operation at the school. And our goal is to each year add at least 60 new sponsored kids to the program. Now, at STACE, some of the kids come from the local area too, because you can't put a school and then not let the local kids come as well. So part of our goal is to add at least 60 kids a year. Now, What has your donor support helped us to achieve? If you look at 2021, we've expanded the dorms for over 600 kids. And I think we need to recognize the support of Marianne Alexander. Also, we've added some solar panels at the school, and I'll show some pictures of this with cooperation of a group in Scottsdale called Source. And what they've done is these are unique in that they pull water out of the air and self-supply fresh water for the school. Now, if you push the button on that thing on the right-hand side, fresh water would come from the faucet for the kids. But you can see the panels there. They're installed up at the school.
When I was born without arms.
Huh? Also, in 2021, Donor Sport has helped us achieve the school, which is 100 acres. And the other project that we're looking at is the addition of a clinic at the school to allow the kids as they come in to be checked and to manage part of the health of the kids, and particularly when you think about a school that's 400 to 800 kids in a place with very limited medical care and COVID on the horizon. So that's one of the projects for next year. Now, one of the things that I also need to mention is because of the COVID situation, it's been particularly challenged. Now imagine in Uganda, vaccines are barely available and given to higher priority. So to stay true to our mission and our sponsors, we have set aside funds, both here in Uganda, to immediately allow our sponsored students to restart as they're able. Also, and this really depends upon Ministry of Education rules. Also during this time, part of our goal has been to try and keep the students on track with packets and other information, a lot like we have done here. Here's a picture of the layout of the school farm on the 100 acres. And it'll do a combination of rice and beans and corns. There's even a little location for animals and an orchard and some teaching facilities. So we're already laying out the groundwork for that. A little vision of the clinic that's in the planning stages now. And I don't know, can we get the tractor to operate? I'm not sure. Maybe not.
Hey, Joe, look to the screen on your left so that your sound comes into your microphone.
Huh? Okay.
So when you speak, look to the left.
Okay. 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 I'm pretty much done, but the next point is, how can you help us? There's several ways. One, give generously to our organization. Second, sponsor students. Third, support the growth of the school farm and clinic as we start to bring this forward. Also support the capital projects as we add classrooms to the school and try and bring the school up to about 800 kids. Also, one of the things is we've got contribution cards at the table. If you would be willing to host a home party or a visit, we would love to come out to talk to your friends one-on-one and give a presentation on E3 Africa. Or the last possible thing is, if you're thinking about legacy giving, talk to Michael. So, okay, now I'd like to transition to Jonathan for one of the auction items related to the farm. Jonathan, where are you?
Right over here.
Oh, right? Okay, very good. Let me give a quick, Jonathan Blair is an auctioneer by Auctions by Blair, and he's here to help us with our first, some of our different auction items. You have the item for the farm?
We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause
much
for
more
Joe.
exciting.
Round of applause for Joe.
Yeah.
Come on down here, Joe. All right, as Joe so eloquently put, my name is Jonathan Blair. I've been an auctioneer for a while here. I heard about E3 Africa, and what we have here, oh yes, with the farm and the clinic in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I said, what better way than to sell some farm animals? Now, I've done a lot of different events. I have not sold cattle before, so I thought this might be my first chance to actually sell some cattle. All right. So do we have that? But actually, you know what? I'm going to bring it to you live. No one panic. No one panic. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for my lovely assistant, Colleen. All right. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just about what you're getting. It's about the cause. It's about where the money goes to. So would you start off, ladies and gentlemen? Beautiful little set of farm animals right there. It goes to the farm down in Uganda. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody say $1,000 for it. I just wanted to make sure you were listening, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Ears are working. Everybody's good to go. Are you ready? Here we go. What do you say on it? Let's have a little fun there. Somebody raise their hand there. How about $100 on the stuffed animals right there? It goes to Uganda, ladies and gentlemen. $100 for it. Hold on. Raise that card right there. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. The first bid of tonight, number 214 right here. I got $100 right there. 100. Someone say 150. 150 now to 150. How about 200? 200 here. How about 250? 2.5. Now 3. 300 now to go with a bit 300. 300 to go with a bit $300 now. You'll never see another one like it. $300 and go with a bit 300 today with a bit 300. I got $250 right here. I'm looking for 275. Let's try it one time. 275. Get that card back up. 275. Anybody else in 275? 275 with a bit 275. All in. 275. You guys are all done. No one else. 200. 270. Round of applause. She's back in. 275. 275. 275. Now 300. 300 served with a bit 300. Don't make me come over there. 300 and go with a bit 300. With a bit 300. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. New money. 300 right here. 300 now 325. 325. Anybody else in 325? Mickey, you're out. 325 would have been 325. 325. Anyone else? $325 a day would have been 325. 320. Round of applause. She's back in for 325. 350. Back to you now. Would have been $350 and go. 350 now. Would have been 3. Is there an extra? Colleen, what else are you holding up there? Wait a minute. What's this? Woo! Here's Paso Robles. Justin. Is that isosceles? Am I saying that correctly? Ladies and gentlemen, I did not know this. Colleen is throwing in a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon. We got 300 right here. Now we need 325. 325 and go with a bit 320. 325. The wine did it. 325. You guys can applaud that. 325. Now 350. 350. 375. 375. Back to you. To bit 375. 375. And I'll hand deliver the bottle myself. 375. You got 350. You can't have 375 yet. You got 350. To bit 375. 375. And a hand delivered bottle of wine for 375. 375. To bit 375. She's all in. 375. To bit 375. Everybody else all done. No 375? 375, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause there. 375. And now 400. Now you can put the hand back up for $400. 400 now to go with a bit 400. 400 and a hand-delivered bottle. 400 to go with a bit 400. 400 to go with a bit 400. All in. 400 to go with a bit 400. All done. Anyone else in $400? Mickey, you done? Thank you so much for playing. Round of applause there, ladies and gentlemen. Sold for 3. Yeah, you got it. Sold for $375. What was that card? What was the card number? Number 212. Amber, you get that one, number 212. All right. Matt, did you come back up here? Let's do a round of applause for Matt coming on up. I will see you guys later on. Y'all have fun.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan. So there's a lot of things to love about being Catholic. I love that someone gets to walk through a parking lot tonight carrying that thing. and someone's going to stop you between here and your car and say, what is that stack of animals for? And you get to answer that question. You get to say, we're building a farm in Africa to help children. Will you join the movement too? So someone is going to become a convert to the cause, and who knows, maybe even the faith. That's the power of stacked of stuffed animals. That's all I got to say. Okay, we're just getting started. The fun is just beginning. We have a Sister Betty. Sister Betty, I've not met you. Can you give me a wave, Sister Betty? That's Sister Betty. I just got to make sure you're here. That's great. So Sister Betty is of the Sisters of the Sacred Heart, and she originally, I believe, was born in Uganda but raised in South Sudan. Is that right? Very good. And she's going to come up here and introduce some videos of some of our students. So as Joe mentioned, because of COVID and travel restrictions, we don't have students with us here today, but we have students who are going to be sharing their story through videos. And the person who's going to introduce those very special students is Sister Betty. So give a warm clap for Sister Betty.
Good evening to each and every one of you here present this evening. And thank you for being here. It's because of your kindness that you responded to this invitation, and God bless you for that. I'm Sister Betty Banja, and I'm here present with Sister Sophie Angela. We are from the Order of the Sisters of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. We come from Africa and South Sudan and Sudan. We have been here for the last 5 years, been invited by Bishop Thomas Olmsted, who is right here among us. He invited us here to bring our charism, to come and witness Christ, proclaim Christ, love Christ in you people of God and in this diocese. It's our pleasure to be here, and thank you so much, Bishop Thomas, for having us come to serve in your diocese. I was asked to introduce 2 of our female student videos. As I grew up in South Sudan, which borders northern Uganda, where St. Thomas Aquinas High School is located. In Africa, life is different from here in America, especially for girls. The family structure is different. The culture is different. Girls in Africa have less chance to go to school than boys. One of the biggest reasons why girls have less harder time getting educated is because girls become source of wealth. They are given out in marriage with a bride price. And so for that kind of not girls being given that chance to get educated. And many of them even given for marriage at young age, as from the age of 16. And sometimes they are offered to men who are age of 50 and 60 because he can pay that bride price. And many of them along the way become victims of defilement and victims of rape. And no one can say anything, or people are being arrested for that crime. And so the presence of E3 Africa High School has brought a huge change to the youth, and especially boys and girls. Many of these boys were most vulnerable boys who are orphans and from poor families that cannot afford to go to school. But since E3 Africa started sponsoring them, about 100 of above have graduated, have become teachers, have become nurses, have become engineers, have become a lot of careers that they have achieved to contribute to the society. And as my culture is similar to the culture in northern Uganda, we even speak some tribes from northern Uganda. I was born from a Muslim mother and a Christian father, but my mother became a Christian when he married my dad. And maybe I would have been that victim. I would have not gone to school, because even in Islam, when a girl conceives out of wedlock, the girl herself is the one being stoned to death by Sharia law, and the man is let to go free. And so your presence here, all of you, and many of you that have contributed to sponsor these kids, have brought huge, huge change in the lives of so many that will change the world in Africa. And some of those boys, even if they were not to get educated, they would have become thieves, go to steal goats, cows, or people, so they use it to marry the young girls. But now all these obstacles are less, because many have got to be educated and they have changed the society. And here, you are going to watch the video of these two young girls that will speak of what they have achieved and what E3 Africa have brought in their lives. Thank you.
I come from the northern part of Uganda. That's the only place I call home, the only place I've known all my life. That was until the rebels came and destroyed everything. It was so bad that they had to put us into concentration camps. Being congested, diseases were spread easily, and our moral way of living was reduced to almost nothing. No one wanted to go to school because they didn't know whether they would get kidnapped or they would survive. So you're pretty much safer staying at home in the camps. At any time we'd hear gunshots, we'd run. We'd jump out of the window and run. I was kidnapped by the rebels. What that kidnap did in my life was traumatizing. I still get nightmares, but because of education, the nightmares have reduced. I can read my Bible, I can speak in English, I can do a lot of things other kids that were not given this opportunity cannot do. There are so many kids that never came back, never heard from them again. So we don't know whether they died or they never made it to their final destination. I was so scared, extremely scared, because those who weren't picked, most of them were killed. And it was so heartbreaking to see parents breaking down and crying, knowing that they would never see their kids again. I can say it was the best moment of my life to see my parents again, because I thought I would never see them again. I thought that it was the end of me. What I aspire to be is to help other kids like me. Because of the war, we have so many kids that are traumatized. We have so many kids that are orphaned. I am proud of who I am, but above all, I am grateful to E3, and I thank God for them always.
My name is Emanuela Stadia Madrio. I am 20 years old and I live with 15 other siblings of mine and a single mother. My father passed on while I was only 2. So my mother had to raise us all alone by herself. She had no source of income. It was not a very easy situation because she barely had enough money. So I struggled. And when I went to senior 1, I dropped out of school for the first 2 terms because we had no money now. My mother was completely exhausted, like she had no any other source because the tuition had slightly gone higher and she couldn't continue paying my school fee. It now came when I was in senior 2. I had a visit from the E3 African family. Had it not been for the opportunity that the E3 African family had given me, I doubt if I would really gain the self-confidence that today I carry on. E3 Africa has impacted my life in very many ways, especially it has helped me to materialize my goal of being a teacher. As a teacher, I would have very many impacts on the young people because, first of all, a teacher is the center of everything, of all the professions. It's a teacher who teaches the doctors, it's a teacher who teaches the nurses, the lawyers. I decided that I would become a teacher because I needed to help those people and we be a different people all together in the world. E3 has helped me to materialize that goal by sponsoring my education. I'm so grateful for that support.
Now, the next is, video that we are going to watch depicts the life, especially the lives of the young boys that emerged from the conflict in the northern Uganda. And because of the insecurity, most of them came to the city, namely Kampala, and to survive, these young children could not afford to go to schools, nor even support themselves. So the easy way of earning a living was to offer their labor, and most often through crushing stones. You know, here we have machines that crush stones for buildings, for paving roads and so on. There they use hammer, and a day's wage would be an equivalent of only $5 when they labor the whole time. So Vincent, whose story you are going to hear, is a sign and is a story of resilience under those circumstances. He's one of those who tried his best to achieve an education through that means, but he could not make it until he encountered E3 Africa. So let's watch it and hear from his own mouth.
My name is Vincent, and I'm 22. My parents fled from the northern wars and came to Kampala, in the slums of Banda. And when they came here in search for work and a safe place to live in, the only work they could do was stone quarrying. At a young age, we learned how to quarry and do a lot of work in the quarry because it was the only source of income and it was the only source of school fees for our education. It wasn't easy I didn't get the chance to study so well, so I wasn't performing so well in class. However, at the age of 11, that's when things were really bad for the family. And my dad told me what I never expected from him. He told me to start to work like a man and provide some things for myself. So I started to work and study at the same time. Work, pay my tuition, and study. Work and study, work and study. However, at the age of 16, I couldn't do it anymore. I reached at the point of giving up, where I used to work 5 days a week and study 2 days a week. It was too much. It was at that time when my uncle introduced me to E3 Africa. He urged me to apply, and I did. And by God's grace, I got taken up by E3 Africa. And that was the last time I ever worked and studied. I only had to focus on my studies. For the first time, I got mentors. For the first time, I had a vision. I had a dream. For the first time, I believed in myself. For the first time, I found meaning in education. It was at E3 Africa where I got quality education. I began to see myself from a different perspective. Luckily enough, I excelled and got a slot in one of the best universities in Uganda, doing my dream course, petroleum geoscience. I think I can still make a very great impact on other lives. I think I can also get to give back to the community, because it was at E3 Africa where I learned about giving back to the community. I learned about sharing hope, sharing dreams with other people. So I wish and I hope that after my master's degree, I will be a ray of hope to others, just like E3 Africa has been a ray of hope to me.
And now, Vincent already is an accomplished inspirational publisher. He has published 2 books from his own experience, and is studying this very, very lucrative, so to speak, petroleum engineering, which is very high profile in a very high profile university, the Harvard of Africa, which is Makerere University. So thank you very much for watching. And now may I invite Ginny to come and share and introduce, actually, Richard Opie. Richard Opie was sponsored by Ginny and Joe Weller. So, Ginny.
It will be really hard to tell you anything more beautifully spoken than Bishop Olmsted did about Richard Opie. In the very, very beginning, we had about 40 students in the first group that were sponsored, and my mother-in-law was Rosalie Weller. And so my husband and I were flipping through, and we only got to the second picture of a student, and it was Richard. And he's the boy with no arms, and we looked at him and said, how can he even survive? How can he live? He has to be ours. So we picked Richard Opie without looking at any other pictures. We knew then that he was ours. We didn't know what we were going to do or how education would affect him and what he could do with his education, but we were on the journey and we would find a way. And we had, luckily, some time to do that. Something you don't know about Richard, and you'll see a short video about him. When children are born with deformities like that, they are often not allowed to live, but his parents kept him against what the village would usually do. And so that's not an easy thing to do, to go against your village. But they did, and Father Robert knew him probably from early on. And when we first sponsored students, Father Robert put him in the first group of kids. Anyway, he struggled. He had already learned to dress himself and feed himself with his feet, and he had to learn to write with his feet. So learning for him was very tedious, very arduous, and sometimes he faced great despair trying to educate him, go through the education process. But he didn't give up. He was a strong warrior. And our director over there, Joseph, stuck by him and mentored him and worked with him. And he prevailed and graduated from the program. But we were trying to think, how can we help Richard be successful? But Richard showed us the way. He had already begun to paint with his feet. So we sponsored him to art school, and he got a diploma and was doing quite well. The newspaper, the Uganda newspaper, heard about him and wrote him up in the national news. No one had ever seen anything like this with someone with these disabilities achieving so much. He was famous. It was so unusual. And the university offered him a scholarship to art school, so he proceeded on to go into higher learning. Currently, Richard has completed his degree in industrial art at the Kiambongo University and is waiting to graduate with honors. Richard has appeared a number of times in the national newspaper and in television. Who knew? Who knew? The answer to that is this. God already knew the story of Richard Opie before he was born. But looking back, God's hand was guiding us all.
My name is Richard Opie. When I was born without arms, the community around was pressuring my parents to abandon me because they thought it was a curse. I used to fear walking around in public and having everyone look at me. Attending school had so many challenges, but I soon learned how to write and actually performed well in class.
I read kelas ya lo, bahkan di kelas itu dari dekor. Aku kan pelere. Dia bazia organisasi Indonesia bukan reki opini dini badeka sitia yang gua ambros kakinya.
That's when E3 Africa phoned me and paired me with a sponsor to enable me to finish my schooling. It was so amazing to have someone care enough for me and sponsor me. It really gave me hope. In school again, I learned art and really enjoyed expressing myself through painting. I am now in university, working towards a degree in art and design. I would eventually like to get a master's degree and maybe even become a professor. I want to inspire others to press through any challenges of life and reach their dreams.
Pele temani tangwenza, ama considero sa de sioba dra garo tiba buntur desa meria bisiwa.
I give God all the glory in my life, and I'm so grateful for E3 Africa and my sponsor that opened the door for my future.
Truly, truly moving. I think what we're seeing here is a remarkable opportunity to change someone's life. Just that simple, to change someone's life. Like as Catholics, as Christians, We know that we're called to help the fatherless and the widow, the blind, those who cannot see. We know that we're called to help people at all times, but never, sometimes when we consider where do we give and how generous can we be, there's just nothing more pure. Like just sitting here watching these videos, my heart is so moved. So tonight, of course, we're here for fellowship. We're here to hang out with our friends and family and to make new friends. And of course, we're here after a very difficult year here in America. But we're here to change lives. And Richard's story was changed when someone said yes. They saw his photo, and you all said yes. And he's inspired people all throughout Uganda. And he's inspired us here today in downtown Phoenix. The faces of the young people on the cards in front of you, their stories were crafted by God the Creator. And we're a part of those stories. We belong to each other. So tonight, it's absolutely about fellowship. It's absolutely about inspiration. But even more, it's answering the call to say yes. So tonight, those faces in front of you, take those faces with you outside. That's the invitation after this. If you bought raffle tickets, maybe you'll win a prize tonight, but you'll also have a chance to give more. But tonight we're going to do an auction. And auctions are beautiful. And auctions are meant to make you go broke, okay? It is a privilege to raise your card and to instantly feel regret, okay? It is the will of God that your hand trembles as Jonathan coerces you to put in another $1,000, okay? This is the subtle movings of the Holy Spirit in this room. So I want you all to bid and to feel rich and to be generous. I want you to embarrass the people next to you because they did not raise the card first. So tonight, we need to spend some money tonight. So, my brother Jonathan, come on up. Let's make these people spend some money. You guys ready for this? I know I am. Okay, Jonathan, I want you to explain to all the good people here how this auction's going to go. And I'm going to step to the side, and I'm going to let you do your thing. Sound good, buddy?
No problem. Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
Oh. All right, there we go. Thank you for that, Matt. Another round of applause for Matt, ladies and gentlemen. I think, but before we get to the fun part, I don't want to let go of what we saw just yet. My name is Jonathan Blair. I'm an auctioneer. Everybody knows that. I'm also the father of 5 children. Well, don't clap for that. Come help babysit. What do you mean? Okay. but seeing conditions in Uganda, I couldn't even fathom having my child, for someone to say, oh, this is going on, you have to get rid of him. Or they don't have the ability to go to school or anything like that. I think before we get to the fun tonight, I think we got a little bit of work to do. We got a little bit of work to do on this one. What I want to do here, let me ask you something. Let's start here. This part is not going to cost you any money to raise your hand, okay? It's not going to cost you any money to raise your hand. If you had the ability to, so I should see every hand go up here. If you had the ability to just give $20,000 out of your pocket right now to E3, how many of you would? This isn't going to cost you any money. If you had the ability, right? Okay, now if you want to do that, leave your hand up. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I know there's some out there that just want to give, ladies and gentlemen, to this cause there. Before we get to the fun of the auction, let's stay right there, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone for $10,000 for a donation, for a gift to E3? $10,000. Anyone here? Anyone for $10,000? Anyone for $10,000? Okay. Okay. Here's what I want to do. We have... ladies and gentlemen, just a heads up, this is not the time to wave at your friends. Just a heads up on that. What we do have a gift. We have a gift for someone who will raise their hand for 5,000. We have someone that will match it. So when you raise your hand for 5,000, it's not just for 5. It's actually for 10. Okay? We have is that 5,000 there? A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. $5,000 right there. Round of applause. Let me see that bid number. What's that card number? Keep applauding. If your hand's not up in the air, it should be slapping together. Let me see that card number there. 421. $5,000 number 421. Anyone want to join them for 5,000? 5,000 for a donation to E3. Anyone else? Anyone else? Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause again. Number 401 for 5,000. Number 401 for $5,000. Anyone else? Thank you so much. Anyone else? Somebody shake her hand. Anyone else? $5,000. All right, we'll find you. We'll find you. I say you may not have 5,000, but you know what? If you and a buddy get together and you both put in 2,500, it equals 5,000. $2,500. Anyone for 2,500? 2,500 to E3. Anyone for 2,500? Any hands? If I don't see them, yell out at me. Okay, all right. We're going to find you, ladies. How about $1,000 tonight, ladies and gentlemen? $1,000 to E3. Just raise the hand up. $1,000 for E3. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause right up front. Right up here, $1,000. $1,000. Did you have a card number there? We will find you. We will find you for 1,000. Yes. I see Mike right up. All right. Anyone else? 1,000. Number 202, ladies and gentlemen. Number 202. 202. If you're not raising your card, you got to put your hands together and clap, ladies and gentlemen. Number 202. Another one there, Colleen. Colleen, what's your number? Larry, put your number up. What do you mean you don't have one? We know where he is. Is that 174? Number 174 for $1,000. You guys can applaud that. 174 for $1,000. 174. 174. Anyone else? Another one, number 426. Number 426, round of applause there for $1,000. Number 426. If your hand's not going up, it better be slapping the other one. I'll tell you that much, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone else for $1,000? 1,000, all right. All right, I tell you what, we're gonna cut that right. Was that another 1,000 right here? Number 105 for 1,000. Number 105, thank you, sir. 105, somebody shake his hand. 105. For $1,000. Anyone else? Anyone else for $1,000? There's another 1,000 right there. There's number 415. Number 415 for $1,000. Number 415. Anyone else? I don't want to leave anyone left out. Anyone else? All right, for those of you debating, elbow your friend here. Get it. You and a friend get together and put up 500. Let's go 500. Anyone who want to give 500 to E3? Right there, number 185. Number 185. Round of applause there for $500. $500, number 185. Anyone else for the $500 level? Number 205. Number 205. You guys can keep applauding. 205. Number 196. Number 196 for 500. Who's that in the back? Number 412. 412 for 500. 412. You have number 201. Keep those cards up there. Number 201. Thank you. Keep applauding, ladies and gentlemen. Number 201. Number 225. 225 for 500. I'm sorry, 500. 500. Number 103 for 500. I see you here. 103. You can put that card down. Thank you. Number 108 for 500. Number 108. Number 118. Number 118 for 500. Number 395. Number 395 for 500. Number 221. Number 221 for 500. Anyone else? Oh, here we go. Number 417. I knew there was another one. 417. 417 for $500. Anyone else? Don't want to leave anyone out? Don't want to leave anyone out? There's one more. Number 406. I knew there was another one. 406. Number 406 is the bidder. All right, here we go. Anyone else for 500? There's another one. Number 192. There she is. 192. 192. Number 112 for $500. Number 112. 112. Anyone else? I don't want to leave anyone else out. Number 112. Anyone else? Are we all done there? All right, you guys ready to have some fun? Is there anyone else for 500? All right, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for yourselves there. A round of applause for yourselves. All right, we're going to move on here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to come up to our, you know what? I need a lovely assistant for this one. A lovely assistant for this one. Let's do this. Let's say, I don't know, Matt? All right, come on, Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Matt. Lovely assistant. Go grab our necklace set there. Go grab our necklace set.
This is so humbling. I'm going to carry a necklace, and I'm a lovely assistant. Where's my dignity?
Another round of applause for Matt. Wow. Lovely assistant here. Lovely assistant.
Oh, dear.
All right, now on this one, ladies and gentlemen, do me a big favor. First off, do me a big favor. I have to prove I was here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody raise your bidder card in the air real quick. Raise your bidder card. Like I said, my wife is at home with our 5 kids right now. And so I have to prove I was here. Everyone who has a bidder card, do you have one? Does everybody have one in front of them? Raise it up in the air as high as you can. Raise it up in the air as high as you can. I got to prove that I was here tonight. Okay, very good. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, you know what it's time for? It is time for Auction Chicken. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Auction Chicken. Everyone, if you have the ability to, go ahead and stand up. Stand to your feet, ladies and gentlemen. Stand to your feet. I know. You're going to make us stand up? Absolutely, I'm going to make you stand up. Stand to your feet, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to play Auction Chicken. Has anyone played Auction Chicken before? No, you have not played Auction Chicken. It is the most fantastic game that you've ever played in the last 30 seconds. I'll tell you that right now. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to start saying some numbers, all right? As soon as it gets to a number that's a bit above your pay grade, you can go ahead and sit down. Here's the fun thing. Even if it is above your pay grade, even if it is above, but there's a bunch of other people standing, you are still safe. All right? You are still safe. And don't try the whole sit down super quick thing. I'm not going to rush through it. I'm going to take my time here. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, for our beautiful set of tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Mariana jewelry right here. We have the bracelet as well as the necklace, beautiful crystal bracelet here in rose gold. Now, you know the jewelry there. It's either usually gold or rhodium or silver plating like there, ladies and gentlemen. This one is for the 12-millimeter square crystal bracelet, and of course, the necklace included it there, ladies and gentlemen. All handmade, hand-designed crystals right there. That's why each one of them is unique in its own way. All right, here we go. Easy one for you. How about $1? All right, everybody's still safe. Ooh, how about $10? Everybody's still all right. Okay, now $50. Ooh, okay. $50. How about $75? Oh, we are playing it today. How about $100 today? Okay, here's a couple sitting. There we go. $100. $100. Sir, your wife told me to tell you to keep standing. $100. All right, $125. $125. All right, a couple more sitting down. How about $150 today? 150 today. All right. You know what? Let's jump a little bit. How about 175? 175. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost halfway there. I tell you that right now. As far as value, we are almost halfway there. $200. $200 for it. And 200. Any more sitting down? They're getting. Oh, no, they're still saying okay. 200. How about $250? 250. What are you sitting down for? It goes with your eyes. I'm talking to her, ma'am, not you. I'm talking to him. Okay. What was that again? Okay. $250. Here we go. $275. $275. Oh, we're going to do it the fun way, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and have a seat. I was waiting for it. Go ahead and have a seat, sir. We got it right here. I got $450. I was waiting on it. I have $450 here. Anybody for $475? $475 in the back. Now $500. You're out, sir. $500. $500 now to go with a bit 5 and go with a bit 5. I got $475. I'm looking for $500. $500 with a bit 500 to go. Anyone else? $500 to go with a bit 500. You're out, sir. She's in. You're out. $500 now to go with a bit 500. Anyone else? $500 to go with a bit 500. All in. $500. Don't make me come over there. there. 500 to go with a bit 500. All done. Anyone else in 500? I got 5. Round of applause. 500 right here. 525 back to you. 525 now to go with a bit 525. He can't help you. I can. 525. 555 and a half. $550. $550. Don't look at her. She can't help you. Look at me. 550. 550 now to go with a bit 550. $550 a day. I see you here. You jump in when you need to. $550 a day with a. Woo! Hold on. $650. I need 700 from you. 700 right here. 7.5, 750, sir. It's only 750 now. Would have been 750 back to you. 750 now to go. Would have been 750. $750 a day. Would have been 750 to go. Would have been 750. All in. $750 a day. Would have been 750. All done. 750 would have been 750. Are we all through? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for playing right here. No, 750. Sold in $700. $700. I need that number. Was that number 191? Number 191, the buyer. Number 191, the buyer. What do we have next, Matt? Actually, Matt, what do we have next?
Well, I don't know, but I'll tell you, having held that thing in my own hands, can I just have a moment here?
Ladies and gentlemen,
it was so
let's
elegant.
give Matt a moment here.
I mean, that photo does not give it justice. So whoever won that,
she's right there.
Bubbling. Good things are coming your way. Okay, so what's next?
I think we have the ball. Oh, do you want to talk about the ball?
Yeah, let's
Matt,
talk about this
the ball.
basketball. Can we just clap for the Phoenix Suns? I mean,
Suns in 4. Suns in 4.
Suns in 4. We were all hoping, right?
Suns in 4.
Raise your hand if you actually prayed for Suns in 4. I know I did. That's right. That's right. My kids, I've got 6 kids, and they prayed for Devin Booker like you wouldn't believe. They prayed for Chris Paul. He has no idea, but an entire family is praying for those guys. So the Suns, good guys, good coach, good guys, good players. And this is an autographed ball from Devin Booker. And for those of you who don't know, he's like the most amazing athlete on the planet. Absolutely. So this ball is only going up in value. So think, you're educating kids, you're building a community in Africa, and you've got a nice little investment piece. So if you don't pay lots of money for this, there's something wrong with your brain.
All right. Sir, the auction goes up. The auction goes up. Here we go. We got 300 right here. We'll try 300. You got 350, 350. Now $400 now. Would have been 4 and go. 400 in the back there. Thank you. 4.5, 4.5, and now 5. 5. You're out. 500, and now 5.5. 550. Serve back to you. 550 to go to 550. I got 550 here. How about 600 in the back there? 600 to go to 600. 600 now. $600 in the back. Now 6.5. I got 6.5. Now 7. 700 to you, sir. Would have been 700. 700 now to go to 700, yes? 700 to go with a 700. What do you mean, no? 700, anybody else? Ladies and gentlemen, new money,
nice,
round of applause.
Nice.
700 here, now 7.5, and now 800 back to you. 800 now to go with 800, yes? $800, you guys can applaud that. 800, 8.5, and now 9. 900 and go with 9, 9 and 9.5. 9.5 and go with 9.5. 950, 950, 950. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite words, 1,000. How about $1,000 on to go with 1,000? Ooh, wait a minute, new money. 1,000 right here. I got 1,000 there. You got, what's this, 1,000? You got 1,100, sir? 1,100, let's do it. 1,100, now 1,200 back to you. 1,200 now to go to 12. 1,200, he's back in. 1,200, 13, 13, 14, would have been 14 now. 1,400 to go 14, 1,500. 1,500 to go to 15, now 16. 1,600 now to go to 16, 17. 17 now to go to 17, 18. 18 now to, what do you mean, no? 18 now to go to, it's only 1,800. 1,800 to go to 18. 18 would have been 18. Is he done already? 18, anyone else? I have 1,700 right here. I'm looking for 1,800. 1,800 now to go to 1,800. All in. 1,800 to go to 1,800. All done. He's in right there. 1,800. Nobody else in 1,800. $1,800. 19 back to you. 19 here. Yeah, but 2,000. 2,000. You got to say yes to it now. 2,000 to go to 2,000.
Let's hear it, everybody.
2,000 to go to 2,000. Get him in there. 2,000 to go to 2,000. 2,000 to go to 2,000 to 2,000. Shine up those shoes. You're going to be kicking yourself all night. 2,000 to go to 2,000 to 2,000. All in. 2,000. All done. $2,000, ladies and gentlemen. 2,100 here. 2,200 now. Would have been 22 and go to 22. Does this mean yes? 22 would have been 22. This means yes, right? 22 would have been 2,200. Would have been 2,200. All in. 2,200. All done. Anyone else for 2,200? Thank you for playing, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Sold in $2,100. Number 210. 210. Colleen, you take care of that ball right there. What do we have next, Matt? Do you know what we have next, Matt?
Oh, can we talk about castles? Is it time?
Actually, no. We are having, ladies and gentlemen, dinner with Father Robert.
Nice, nice.
Dinner with Father Robert, ladies and gentlemen. Dinner with Father Robert. I know a lot of you tonight was like, I'm trying to get to him. I'm trying to get over there. I'm trying to talk to him, but you can't because there's so much going on. Well, here is your chance, ladies and gentlemen. Have him with you there have him to him yourself the whole night, and just stare at him the whole night. Just stay. Or you can talk to him and talk about E3 and talk about Uganda, him growing up, all of that, ladies and gentlemen. Easy one for you right here on a lovely day. Now, this is going to be with Ugandan cuisine, correct? Ugandan cuisine, authentic, classic Ugandan cuisine right there. Ladies and gentlemen, on an evening. Hold on, on an evening with Father Robert. That sounded better, right? That sounded a lot better. What do you say? Somebody say $1,000 for an evening with Father Robert and go with $1,000. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Hold on. I got 1,000 here. You want to go 1,100? You missed it, sir. 1,100. He's out. 1,000 here. 11. Let him know he's out. 1,100. You missed it. 1,100. Yes. 1,100 now. 1,200 now to go with about 1,200 now. 13. 1,300 now to go to about 13. 14. 14 now to go with about 14. New money. 14 now. 15. You're both out. 1,500 to go with about 15 now. 16. 16 to go with about 16. You guys are out now. 16 would have been 16. We have 15 right here. We're looking for 16. 16 now to go would have been 16. Would have been 16. You realize you can't get it from her, right? 16, 17. Back to you would have been 17. Yes? 17. Yes. 17 now. 1,800. 1,800 now to go to about 1,800. 1,800 now to go to about 1,800. Anyone else? 18. Did you say yes? 1,800. She didn't say anything. 1,800 now to go to about 18. 18 now. 19. Back to you. 19. 19 would have been 2,000. It's only 2,000. 2,000 now to go to about 2,000. I have 19 right here looking for 2,000. 2,000 to go to about 2,000. Anyone else? $2,000. Round of applause. 2,000. Watch this. 2,000. You want to go 2,500? Really? That's different. I like it. Round of applause. 2,750. 2,750. How about 3,000? Why are you shaking? Let me ask first. 3,000 to go would have been 3,000. Now you can say no. 3,000 to go would have been 3,000. I have 2,750. We're looking for 3,000. 3,000 now to go would have been 3,000. Are we done already? 3,000 to go would have been 3,000. 3,000 to go. Good thing I practiced my moonwalk. 3,000 to go would have been 3,000. 3,000 to go would have been 3,000. All in. All done. No 3,000. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for playing, sir. Okay, hold on. We got 2,750 right here. Don't move. I'm gonna make some magic happen right here. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta turn my mic off for this. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause right there for that gentleman. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do two things. Number one, I'm going to lower your bill. You are now paying $2,500 for the dinner. You are now paying $2,500. We'll make it even. $2,500 here. What was that number? Number 426. And another $2,500. Number 395. Number 395. 395. You guys can applaud for that. That's fun stuff. What do we have next, Matt? Yes, we do. On the castle, ladies and gentlemen. You know much about this castle?
Here, let's look at the screens. Now, I don't know what kind of stories of your life you like to tell, but I'll tell you right now, your stories are no good. What you need is a story that starts like this. Well, I was spending 7 days in a castle with my friends. Okay? Now, raise your hand if you want a story that sounds a lot like that. I think that's most of us here. So, Jonathan, tell us a little bit more about this castle. I just know the pictures.
All right. Yeah. Well, you got 7 days. 7 days. It says up to 8 people. You're actually looking at 8 bedrooms in the castle. There's bedrooms on each floor. Now, this is right by the Black Isles, for those of you who are familiar with Scotland. They're right by the black aisles there. Now, you'll have your breakfast made for you every day. You got your maid, you got your chef, you got your 3 dinners throughout the week that can be made there as well. Now, you get greeted by a Scottish piper. And to any of you who have been greeted by a Scottish piper, it is fantastic. It makes you feel like royalty. Not only royalty, more like royalty, because, you know, royalty doesn't move their teeth too much. But you guys know that, royalty. You can't move your teeth if you're royalty, but you can move your teeth here. And so this is for the full week stay, ladies and gentlemen. The cool thing about this, there's a princess room, so that's in a turret, so you can, you know, lock your daughter in it when she turns 13. You guys know that. Come on, fellas. And then also you have the hunter's room. Now, the hunter suite is the one that's all the way on the top there. No one panic. There is an elevator. There's an elevator. They have upgraded the castle there. But the rooms there, they have all the en-suites. You have your showers. You have everything prepared for you there. And the lovely, my main part is that, can I just get like when I come home, get a Scottish piper just standing in front of the house, just... Yeah. I would love it. Yeah. I would love it. On that lovely trip there, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is get yourself there. Get yourself there. June and July are blocked out from that. But other than that, get yourself there. You are staying at a castle for the week. I myself would tell my kids that we are going to Hogwarts. They would lose their brains. For those of you that care, I am wearing the Gryffindor socks tonight. For those of... All right. Oh, what? We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. Woo, Expelliarmus. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, on the nice one right here, beautiful Kilcoy Castle right there. Kilcoy Castle for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Easy one for you. Somebody just throw it out there. Somebody say $10,000 on that lovely trip. What about $10,000 for it? 10,000 to go, what about 10,000 to go, 10,000. You guys getting the rhythm now? 10,000 to go, what about 10, what about 10 to go, what about 10? How about 5? 5,000 now to go. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. 5,000 right here. We got 5,000. Looking for 6,000 now. 6,000 to go, what about 6,000? 6,000 to go, what about 6,000 to go, what about 6,000? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Arizona law. We have to have at least 2 bidders, so someone has to bid against him. I have $5,000. I'll try 5,500. 5,500 right here. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. 55 now. 6,000. 6,000 here. 6,500. 65 and go with 6,500. 6,500, yes. 6,500, yes. Why are you doing this? It's yes. 6,500 to go to 6,500. 65. Anyone else? 6,500 to go to 6,500. I have 6,000 right there. I'll tell you what. Let's go 6,250. I'll try. Ooh, hold on, new money. 6,250. 6,500 back to you. 6,500. I got 6,750 now. Back over here for 6,750. $6,750. She says yes. He says yes. Just say yes. 6,750. Yes, 6,750. Now 7,000. 7,000. You guys should really be applauding at this point. Just a heads up. I didn't want to say anything, but 7,000 now. 7,000 here. 7,000. 72 and a half. That's 7,250. Are you guys Google? Hey, for everyone, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not bidding, Google it real quick. Kilcoy Castle. There's the spelling right there. Kilcoy Castle. And then hit images. And then raise your hand up in the air and bid, okay? I have 7,000 right here now, 7,250. 7,250 now. What about $7,250? No? 7,250. Is it too small? 72. Too small of a castle? You need a bigger one? 7,250 to 7,250 now. 7,250. Anyone else? 7,250 to $7,250, all in. 7,250. Where are you guys at? 7,250, all done. Anyone else for $7,250? $7,250. Yes. 7,500 now. 75. 75. 75 would have been 75. 7,500 right there. That's going to E3. 7,500 here. I need with that $7,750. That's a fun number to say. It's like 77.5, wouldn't it be? For you math majors, 77.5, $7,750. That's 77.5. Yes, I got 7. Oh, here we go. Let's do it for 8,000 now, sir. 8,000, but it's only 8,000. 8,000, that's like 1,000 a room. 8,000. What? 8,000 right there. There we go. 8,000. Let's go 8,250. 8,250 now. What about 8,250? Yes. Is that a yes? 8,250 to go. Let me give you a second, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I was born in San Diego, California. And I never thought that I would be in Phoenix, Arizona, selling a trip to Kilcoy Castle. I think that's fascinating. I think it's fascinating. But I have 8,000 right here. I'm looking for 8,250. 8,250 to go to. This is the part when you say yes. One last. Oh, I promise you this. Last time I'm going to ask you seriously. Seriously. Last time. There we go. 8,250. 8,500 now. 8,500. 85. I'm going to 85. He says yes. 85. 8,500. 8,500. I said I wouldn't ask you, but I have to by law. 8,750. 8,750 now to go to 8,750. 8,750. Did you look at the pictures? 8,750. And you're still saying no. 8,750 to 8,750. Oh, here comes Mike. 87. Tell him to say yes, Mike. 8,750 to 8,750. All in. 8,750 to 8,750. All done. 80. Joe, do me a favor. I want you to get his number. I want you to take a selfie in one of the turret rooms and send it to him. Okay? I got 8,500. 8,750. Is that a yes? 8,750 to 8,750. No. Thank you for playing. Ladies and gentlemen, sold for $8,500. What's that number there? 8,500. What's the number on that? Jose? Number 190. Number 190 is the buyer. He almost got there. You guys can keep applauding. That was fun. What do we got next, Matt?
All right. So, you know, not everyone can travel to Scotland, but they still want to have a good life here, a good, nice time around town. And that's what we have for you here. It is a dinner for 6 to be used at Alexi's Grill and Catering or Christo's Ristorante.
Your choice?
I think so. You would know. You're the auctioneer.
Choice.
So it's dinner for 6. So imagine the table of people you have now, and you want to celebrate. You want to do this all over again. Think about graduations. Think about all the celebrations you're going to have in this coming year, and you have a chance to put kids through education and at the same time have a beautiful meal with your family.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, and the most important part, you got about $100 worth of booze included with that, ladies and gentlemen. Easy one for you tonight. Not the most important part, but you know what I'm saying, because your uncle comes in and he likes to. All right, you don't have to worry about the price. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Easy one for you. How many people?
6.
Easy. Yep. $600. Raise your hand up. $600 now to go to bid. $600 would have been $600. $600 now to go to bid. There it is. $600 here. Now 7. $700 to go to bid. $700 now. $700 to go to bid. $700 to bid. $700 would have been $700 right here. Now 8. $800. $800 now 9. $900 to go to bid. $900. $900 now to go to bid. $900. $900 now to go to bid. $900 now 1,000. 1,000 on to go. Come on, Mike. 1,000 to go to bid. 1,000. 1,000 right there. How about 1,100? 1,100. Don't worry about her. Worry about my feelings. 1,100. 1,100 now to go to 1,100. 1,100. I got 1,000 right here. Anybody in 1,100? 1,100 to go to 1,100. Anyone else want to jump in on this one for 1,100? 1,100 now to go to 1,100. All in. 1,100 to go to. Are we done already? 1,100. All done. No 1,100. Really? Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ron, did you just say 1,200? I'm not going to do that to you. I was asking for 11, but would you like to play 12? 12.
Yes.
Do I hear 1,500? Well done, Ron. I have 1,250 right here. How about 1,500 anywhere else? 1,500 now to go to 1,500. Mike, one more time. 1,500 to go to 1,500. One more time. 1,500 now to go to 1,500. Don't look at her. Look at me. Look into my eyes. We can do this together for 1,500. 1,500 now to go to 15. Good job, Mickey. 1,500 to go to 1,500. Anyone else? 15 would have been 15. I tell you what, you give me 1 second here. I'm going to figure something out. Wait, hold on one second. This auctioneer magic time. All right, I totally forgot. Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy the food this evening? Is it delicious? This is the where'd the shot go? This is the food that you're actually eating, ladies and gentlemen. It's from Christo's and Alexi's right there. Did you guys know that? We got 1,250. Last chance here. Anyone else for 1,500? I tell you what, watch this. Leviosa. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sold for $1,250 right here. Your number, sir? number 106. And watch this. We're just in a duplicated like Leviosa. And sold again for $1,250.
Yes.
What was that number there?
Yes.
Number 185. Number 185 is the buyer. Why not? It's auctioneer
Wow.
magic, ladies and gentlemen.
That is awesome.
Matt, what do we have next?
You know, am I seeing this right? Can you confirm for this? The painting? That's our guy, right?
Oh no, you got to take me out to the ball game first.
Oh, that's right. It's more sports.
Take
Okay,
me
this
out.
is good. Go ahead, Jonathan. Tell them all about it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is an easy one here for you. We have tickets to the Diamondbacks game, ladies and gentlemen. Can I share something with you real quick? Can I share something with my buddy here? Man, how you been? I haven't seen you in a while. It's been good to see you. You know, I didn't like baseball growing up. I grew up in San Diego, and the Padres were there when they weren't, you know. And then one game, I got a chance to go to the game one day and sit right behind, like in between where home plate is and the dugout, like right in between there. Ever since then, baseball, I'm all about it. Take me out to the ball game anytime. And now you have your chance to, ladies and gentlemen, with, how many tickets do we have?
I don't know.
We have two. That's right, Matt. You're exactly right, Matt. We have two tickets.
Two.
We have 2 tickets to the Diamondbacks game, ladies and gentlemen. Figure out when you want to go. You organize it with them there, and then you are sitting right behind the dugout on that. But more importantly, the funds are going to E3 when it comes down to it. Regardless of how the Diamondbacks are playing, we know where the money's actually going, ladies and gentlemen. Nice one here for you on the lovely Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Somebody say, what do you got? What about $500 now? 500 to go with a bit 5 and go with a bit 5 and go with a bit 500. 5 and go with a bit 5 with a bit 5 with a 4. 400 now to go with a bit 4 with a bit 4 now 3. 300 now to go with a bit 3 with a bit 300 go with a bit 300. 300 makes a great gift for the holidays. 300 right here. Round of applause for 300. How about 350? 3.5 now with a bit 350. 350 to go with a bit 350. 350 to go with a bit 350. It's for 2 tickets. Remember that. 350 to go with a bit 350. Are we done already? 350. Anybody else in 350? Anybody want to try? 325. 3.25. 325 and go with a bit 325. Are we done already? 325 with a bit 325. No baseball fans here. 325 and go with a bit 325. All in. 325. All done. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, by law, somebody has to bid against her. No one else in 325. All right, when I get pulled over tonight, you guys know why, all right? 325 would have been 325. Is that 325? Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. It's sold for $300. $300. What's the number? Is that the number there? Number 214. Number 214 for $300. Why not? $300. You guys can keep applauding that. It's fun. It's fun.
Very good.
I think we got one more, right, Matt?
Yeah, so this
we have one more.
This one is really special. I mean, this is cool. Is it here?
Here's the cool thing about this. Richard Opie, who we heard the story about tonight, born with no arms, and now an amazing artist. What this is for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is your own painting done by Richard Opie. Whether you're just giving him their inspiration for it, whether you want to send him something to paint itself, painting of the family, whatever you might want, you send it out there, we have him paint it, and send it back. So you have your own painting by Richard Opie. And so as opposed to, oh, I got this Basquiat in New York, or oh, I have this Van Gogh and everything, you actually have a story behind this that means something. It's not, there's the story behind the painting on this. So an actual painting by Richard Opie. Are you ready? Easy one for, I'll tell you what, you guys tell me how much that's worth. Just yell it out. Somebody tell me. 300. We'll start it. How much? I like that one better. I got 500 here, now 600. 600 to go to bid 600 now. 600 to bid 600 to go to bid. Don't be offended, sir. Just raise your hand and bid again. 600 now to go to bid 600. 600 to go to bid 600. Your own painting by Richard Opie, ladies and gentlemen. 600 to go to bid 600. 600 right here. Now 700. 700 now to go to bid 700. 700 in the back now. 800 now to bid 800. 800 to go to bid. 800 right here. New money. 800 800 right here. Now 900 now to go to 9. Wave that card for 900. 900 to go to 900. 900 here. Now 1,000. It's only 1,000. 1,000. Now 1,100. 1,100. You guys should keep applauding for 1,100. New money. 1,100. You're both out. Now 12. 1,200 now to go to you're out. 1,200 to go to 1,200 now 13. 13 would have been 13. Come on, Eric. 1,300 to go to 13. 13 would have been 13. 1,300 right here. 1,400 now. 1,400 to go to 1,400. 14 would have been 1,400. 1,400 to go to 14. Anyone else? 1,400 now to 14. I see everybody reaching for the card. I don't see anybody raising it. 1,400 now to go to 1,400. 1,400 to go to 4. Are we done already? We have 1,300. Eric's going to take it home for 13, now 14. 14. Anyone else? 1,400 to go to 1,400. New money in the back, ladies and gentlemen. 1,400 right there. Excuse me, miss. 14, now 15. 15, 15, yes, now 16. 16, don't make me come back there. 16 to 17. 17 to 18. 18 now to go to, hey, now 18. 1,800, that's 1,800. 1,800 to go. You'll never get this again. 1,800 to go to 1,800. 1,800, 1,900, back to you, yes? 1,900 now, 2,000. We need 2,000 for it. 2,000 to go to 2. Why are you shaking your head? 2,000. 2,000 to go to 2,000. You let me know when you want to jump into this one, boss. 2,000 to go to 2,000. 2,000. One more time. Last time, 2,000. Let's just last time. One more time. 2,000. Just one more time to 2. One more time, not 2. Let's do it real quick with about 2,000. 2,000 to go to 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. Anybody else? 2,000 to 2,000. All in. 2,000 to 2,000. Everyone else is all done. Anyone else for $2,000? This is your last chance. The plane is now boarding. $2,000. Thank you for playing. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause here. So for 1,900, number 426, 1,900 for 426. 426.
So cool. So cool.
All right. You know what?
Is that it? I think that's it.
I think that was it. I think that was it. You guys want to play one more game before I get out of here?
Yes. One more game. One more game. One more game.
All right. Matt, you mind picking this up back here? Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, I want to leave you with a gift. Thank you, Colleen. I want to leave you with a gift. Beautiful wine and cheese basket. Beautiful wine and cheese basket right there. Lovely gift right there, the wine and the cheese basket. Here's what we're going to do on this one. In order, Colleen, did you have something? Oh, really? What I heard was that wine bottle is over $700. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Beautiful wine and cheese, hand delivered by Matt. Another round of applause for Matt being up here. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Do we have our volunteers floating around here? Do we have our volunteers? Here's what we're going to do. For everyone else that didn't get a chance tonight, and I know some of you didn't get a chance to participate in some of the giving tonight. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to raise your card up in the air for a $100 donation. Raise your card up in the air for a $100 donation, and what we're going to do, there's one right here. There's one right here. Round of applause. Hey, listen, if you're not raising your card up, put your hands together and clap, okay? This is for $100. It's a $100 donation. It's a $100 donation. Colleen, where's our team? Are you the team? I'm the team. Colleen, we got some cards raised over here. Let's gather. What we're going to do, we're going to gather your card. We're going to gather your cards. So raise them up so Colleen can see them. We're going to make Colleen run around today a little bit right there. All right. Raise those cards up. It's going to be a $100 donation here. For $100, we're going to take that card. We're going to put it into a little basket. That is the smallest bag I've ever seen to hold all these cards that are going to go up right now. All right. If your card is not in the air, make sure your hands are going this way. If you're not going vertical, you got to go horizontal, okay? All right, gather up those cards. We are going to come. You know what? Let's have something special on this one. Where's Father Robert? Father Robert, do you mind helping us out a little bit on this one? What I want to do, I want to gather all those cards, and we are going to have Father Robert choose a winner of this lovely wine. And I heard $700. Colleen said it was a different number, but I heard $700. Anyone else? Anyone else? Raise that card. It's a $100 donation there. Raise that card. Anyone else in the back? Did we miss anyone? Number 199 is back there. Make sure you grab number 199. Oh, there's one way in the back there. Number 203. Here we go. Got him as well. Run back there. Go ahead and grab those. Mike, if you're on your way, you can grab it too if you want. Raise that card in the air. Raise that card. Anyone else? Anyone else? You know what? I'm coming down there. That's it. All right. And this is how we take the card. And we take that one there. Did we have another? We've got another one over this side. This is okay. Here we go. Number 419's over here. Anyone else? Raise that card, and you get to see me run in my tuxedo.
There we go.
Here's the move, right? I work out every day. Okay. No, seriously. Anyone else? Anyone else? Just put the card up real quick. $100 easy right there. All right. Do we have any more? I have some on my table. Is there anyone else? Can I put that privately? All right. We got them all dumped in, Colleen? Now, here's the fun part. Does anyone remember their number? That's the fun part. I think what's? Remember, okay, sidebar. You guys remember remembering numbers before smartphones when you actually had to remember somebody's number? Like, I can't remember my mom's number right now, but I remember my number from when I was 6 years old. Is anybody in the same boat on that one? All right. Was there anyone else? Did we miss anyone for $100? All right. Father Robert, let's mix this up just a little. All right, we got Father Robert right here. You can do. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Do the thing where you beat on the tables. For the wine and cheese platter. Somebody's trying to peek. The number is John 3:16. No, I'm just joking. How cool would that have been, though, right? Number 223. Does anybody remember who number 223 is? Does anybody remember their number? It's okay. We wrote it down. Number 223 is the winner of the wine and cheese. Everybody remember that. Round of applause for 223. For Father Robert, for Matt. They don't remember their numbers. Number 223. I'm sure someone wrote it down somewhere. I'm sure. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight.
Thank you,
I had an
Jonathan.
awesome time. I'm going to give it back to Matt. Thank you. You guys have a great evening.
Thank you, Jonathan. Round of applause. That guy's amazing. All right. So I'm going to actually invite the students to bring up the raffle baskets from the back. Bring those up to the front because we're going to be announcing the winners to the raffle, which is exciting. And while they're doing that, as they bring those up here to the front, I want to remind you that, again, the students who are on your tables, their beautiful faces, they need to be sponsored. So please take those with you. If you did win an auction tonight, or if you want a sponsored child outside, there's a sponsorship table that you want to take a look at. Or look for someone who has on an E3 Africa name tag and talk to them about supporting the ministry as well. Couple other items here. I think that's it. All right, let's bring up those baskets and let's draw some numbers. Let's draw some numbers. They're on their way up, maybe. I think they're on their way. Okay, Colleen, there we go. It's starting to move forward. All right, so this is for the Tutti Frutti Fresh Such a Beauty. I've never said those words before, and I'll never do it again. But we need to draw some from there. So, Colleen, why don't you ask someone in the crowd to draw for us? Ask one of the nuns. They're super trustworthy. All right, get your raffle tickets out so we can know that we've got your number and that you are Tutti Frutti Fresh and Such a Beauty. I said it twice. I'm done. Okay, and the winning number is, have your tickets, 103311. 103311. Raise your hand. The ticket is 103311. If I don't hear you in a couple minutes, we're going to draw again. Pardon me? Is there a name on the back? Yes. Man, you're good at this. You're good at raffles. I didn't get the memo. It's Heroab, the Heroab family. H-E-R-O-A-B. Give it. There we go. There we go. All right. Next up. All right, I'll take any one you got there. That's perfect. All right, so this is adorable. Not quite sure what it is. Oh, this is the tea for two. This is great. Tea for two, Dalton tea set for two, porcelain teapot service for two. This is fantastic. You know what, sister? I need you up here. Why don't you come on up here? Yes, I'm looking at you. You know we love you. Come on up. All right, you are my official drawer. It's Sister Betty, right? Yeah, get up here. I love you. You're fantastic. All right, Sister Betty, grab one and read it into the microphone. See, she's shaking it. The girl is honest. All right. Read from the back. No name on the back. Okay, just read the number then.
The number is 103010. Who is the lucky one to get it from my hands?
So 103010. No name on the back. All right. Wait. There we go. All right. Good looking dude in the tie. You know what? That man deserves a tea party. Look at him. He's so tough. Love it. This is fantastic. There you go. Round of applause for him. All right. Next up. Sister, what is it with Catholics and alcohol? This is ridiculous. It's like why we come to these things. And we have the book. We have the wine and we have the book. The first miracle, that's right. Sister Betty reminded me, the first miracle. That's right.
Yes,
yeah. Okay, there we go. What, is there a name on the back?
No name.
No name. Okay, read us the number.
10332. 10332. The miracle at Cana. Okay.
103332. 103332. A lot of sadness. Oh, no, okay, never mind. She's totally happy. I've never seen someone smile that big in my life. Give that girl a round of applause. All right, so this one is serenity and peace and pampering. Again, I don't like saying these things out loud. Serenity and peace and pampering. That's a good password. No one will ever remember it. Okay, ready, sister? You're good at this. You know what? I'm going to shake it. You've not been shaking it. You're getting a little too confident. Okay, here we go. Is there a name on the back?
No name.
No name. Go ahead. You got it?
103341. 103341. No name.
Do it again.
Have they been gone?
All right, one more.
Maybe they are gone.
Read the name.
What is
B. Bert.
B. Bat. B. Bat.
So if your name is B. Bert, you're amazing. There we go. That's exciting. Congratulations to B. Bert.
This is called Betty.
Sister, this one's exciting. It's called the Gardener's Paradise. So we have the Gardener's Paradise. Go ahead, grab a ticket. Is there a name on the back?
No name.
No, okay.
103733. 103733.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Awesome. So this is exciting. It's called Cozy Fall Harvest. It's big and beautiful and too heavy to lift. But we've had a miraculous September, October now with the weather, so this is perfect. So it includes an urban plush throw, a set of fall dishes, 2 Fall in Love mugs, gotta love that, 6 pumpkin candles, don't eat them, and then some pumpkin and squash decor, everything you could need in life. So there we go. We ready for this, sister? There we go.
One 104259. 104259. No one?
All right, we're doing another one.
Okay. No name.
Yeah, right here.
Ah.
All right, Barb and Glenn, congratulations. And now for piecing it all together, which is framed art from a local artist. Some inspiration from Picasso. Ashley B. There we go, Ashley. Congratulations. Keeping up with the theme of art, we have some original artwork called Lady in the Garden. Sister, let's draw a good one. Perfect, that's the one.
Marianne?
Marianne Marchand.
Marianne Marchand?
Yeah! And now we have, excuse me, and now we have an American theme one called United We Stand. A lot to love about this one. Sister, do we have a winner?
What is this name?
Patty Naughton. Patty, just say Patty.
Patty? Patty?
Patty.
Patty Nathan?
So we have some Tullamore Dew, which I believe is Scotch, keeping the theme moving forward with utter confidence. Sister, for the Tullamore Dew.
Scott?
Scott S.
Scott S. Wow.
And now for this small batch, 1792.
This is
Nicole Bredet.
Nicole Bredet. Nicole. Nicole. It's not there?
We're going to shake things up with a Disney theme. This one is called Something Mickey for Everyone.
Wow.
Oh man, you have quite a big
one. 103022. 103022.
So didn't you win the tea set, sir? You won the tea set and the Mickey Mouse theme? Someone trade him that scotch. This isn't right. That is too girly for a man that amazing. All right, he'll have to work that out later. Okay, sister, we're still doing this. Ready? Here comes some more. We have Higher Love, which is an original painting.
103776. 103776.
This is for another wine package, which includes this awesome book to learn a little bit more about wine.
104066. 104066. Wow.
Where's my buddy at? The guy who's already won 2 things. Where is he? All right, he's over there. Are you listening? This is your 3rd prize. It's purses, lotions, and a diary. I just have a feeling I know who's going to be getting this one. Okay. Sister, where's the... Go ahead, get up and start walking. Let's get it over with.
Sherry E3. Sherry. Wow.
And our final gift, well, it's a party in a box. What can I say? Just celebrate and give thanks to the Lord, but just know when to stop. That's all I'm going to ask of you. All right, sister. We have Gina Scarapandla.
What is Gina? Wow.
Gina. Congratulations, Gina. That's it. Thank you so much. Give it up for sister. That's very good. Yeah. We have one more. Is that right? Oh my gosh. Here we go. Sister, the work is never finished. Does that sound familiar? Okay. Here, hold that for everyone. It's a beautiful painting. This is called the Apache Trail. Beautiful painting. All right. I'm going to draw this one. All right. Our winner is Daniel Matlock. There we go, Daniel. That's right. Daniel, you were always a winner in my book, but now you're really a winner. So thank you so much, sister. All right. So what a fantastic evening. Is Father Robert, is he available here? I know he's been out and about, probably meeting with people out front. Father Robert, why don't you come up here and lead us in a final blessing? Colleen, we got one more gift. Have we? Draw another one. Okay. Just draw for that. Is that another gift? Surprise, surprise, I messed something up. All right, good news is someone's walking home with some artwork. Some bad news is you probably didn't register for it. Thus is the miracle and surprise of life. So we have a beautiful original painting, tons of awesome color, and it is going to Marianne Morgan. Marianne, there we go. That girl is lucky. She is so lucky. So once again, thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you for your, are you serious? I've got 6 kids. My wife is texting me right now. Honey, where are you? All right, Colleen, we got to wrap this up. This is probably it right here? Okay. All right. This is fascinating. Here, you work on that. See if you can find something. Do we want to go for a live auction on this? I'm no auctioneer. I'm no Jonathan. I'll repeat it, Colleen. You say it once, and I'll repeat it for them. Okay, so you heard that right. For anyone who put in a ticket for this, you know who you are, and so does the baby Jesus, so don't lie. And come up afterwards, and we're going to do what all great saints throughout human history have done. We're going to do rock, paper, scissors. Okay, Colleen, are we good? We got them all done. I'm walking amongst landmines here. Father Robert, come on up. So thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you for your generosity. Truly, your presence tonight, your gifts and generosity will change lives. And do not forget to keep Father Robert and all the team at E3 Africa in your prayers. And every night when you go to bed, just always remember the kindness and warmth of the beautiful children of Africa and the generosity that they need. So I want to invite up Bishop Olmsted and Father Robert.
Thank you so much, Matt, for a very, very wonderful MC. And good. Now, before we close finally, I would like to invite again our bishop to give us the final prayer and the blessing. And again, thank you very much. I hope to see you again next year. And okay.
If anybody wants to put money in those, that's a good thing too.
Yeah, my chairman of the board told me, if you still have those envelopes and you want to put money, and I know some of you want to be anonymous, just put the money inside and leave it on the table and we will get them. And I think I'm one in that category. I have this already, okay? So thank you very much. And Bishop, please, would you come and give us the final blessing?
Just before the final blessing, I just want to say how grateful I am for this evening. It's been really good to be with all of you. Thank you, Father Robert, for following God's inspiration to start E3 Africa. This is obviously God's work, and we see lives really being changed, and we're grateful to be able to be a part of it. So thank you for that great leadership. Really appreciate it. The Lord be with you. May He bless you and all of your loved ones, especially those who may be sick or in special need of God's graces, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you all.